wanted to know why is power sharing important, necessary? Why is it desirable? Dear friends, the example from the closed environment is most effective because we are well known to we are well known to our nearby circumstances environment. We have co-education in our school. When in your class there are some girls and some boys. Suppose a teacher supports girls and neglects boys, or it's vice versa. If the students are favored, if they are vetted, I mean, if the boys are preferred, they are vetted, there must be disappointment among the girls. And the same in the reverse order, disappointment among the boys. Therefore, it is necessary not to discriminate on the basis of sex, on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, etc. If it is so, if it is done, that a school can't make progress. And it is possible. It is possible for such a teacher to be disrespected, to be neglected, and even to be beaten, to be abused. The same happens in our country. It is true that power sharing may cause delay in taking decisions, but it is not so damaging as is the lack of power sharing. Now look at the point here. Why power sharing is desirable? Power sharing is desirable, power sharing is demanding, power sharing is necessary for reducing possible conflict, as it happened in Sri Lanka. You are already aware of this fact. Next, for avoiding possible violence or civil war, if power is not shared among different sects, among different social sects, social divisions of the country, it is possible for the country to face violence, to face civil war that always causes chaos. Thirdly, for finishing political instability. A country can't make progress properly if there is no political stability. Political stability provides encouragement to the leadership to take steps for the betterment and for the welfare of the people. But if there is political instability, perhaps that time you were not born. In our country, in India, there used to be coalition government in the center, and none of those governments completed their complete period. For 1 year, for 1 year and a half, and there used to be chaos in our country. So it was impossible for the leader to make progress. It means political instability is a kind of curse for a nation. And if you want to finish, to avoid this incident, we must be ready to share power among different units for maintaining peace, unity, and developing harmony. Why is power sharing desirable? Power sharing is desirable so that we may maintain peace in our country, so that we may be united, and so that we may develop harmony, brotherhood among the people, among different sects, divisions of the nation. Only then we can make progress. And one more thing that is important, that these are known as prudential regions. These are prudential regions. What do you mean by prudential regions? Regions which are practical. A region for which act as per circumstances, and it is based on physical. If the leaders are wise enough, they consider the circumstances and the demands of the entire country, and as per circumstances, they take decisions and make some kind of arrangements. So these regions are known as prudential regions, practical regions based on vision and knowledge. Next, for nurturing the spirit of democracy. This region is known as moral region. Let's have an example. We are proceeding with the virtual classes. Why are we not facing one another? This is the demand of power. This is the corona age in which social distancing is necessary. So this is the practical reason That's why we are apart from one another. But being an institution, it's our moral duty to provide you knowledge, to provide you education as far as possible. And since there was an option, we started such classes for providing you education with virtual classes. By means of virtual classes, is one of the moral reasons. While closing the school is a prudential reason based on wisdom. So there are two types of reason, prudential and moral, and because of which power sharing is necessary and desirable in our, not only in our country, but in the world. Perhaps you may have heard of Lebanon. Lebanon is a country where there were chaos.
No mutual understanding among them. So the country witnessed bloodshed, loss of life and property earlier, but later on it was realized by the leaders of different sects, and they reached on a reconciliation. And according to that reconciliation, according to the treaty among them, the president office was reserved for Catholic Christian. The sect of Catholic Christian, all which will be the president of Lebanon. Prime Minister office was reserved for Sunni Muslim. A speaker of the parliament was reserved for the Shia Muslim, while Deputy Prime Minister office was reserved, secured for Orthodox Christian or traditional Christian. And since then, there is peace in that country. It means when power was shared among different social divisions of Lebanon, the country began to enjoy peace and development.
अनिकेत को कुछ डाउट? Yes, Aniket, ask your doubt. हाथ रेस करता है उसको.
What's your problem? Why?
Aniket, ask your doubt. What doubt?
No doubt. May I proceed?
Yes.
Now, we have to study about forms of power sharing. But before this, I would like to conclude whatever I have taught with the help of percentage. Listen to me. सत्ता में हिस्सेदारी क्यों, जो मैंने अभी आपको बताया, इसको ध्यान से सुनिए छंद के रूप में, और अगर इसको आप याद रखें तो आसानी से इसको आप एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं। सत्ता में हिस्सेदारी है लोकतंत्र का मूलाधार, जो आपको मैंने मोरल रीजन में आपको बताया। एच there is no importance of this body without soul. Similarly, democracy is dead without power sharing. That's why it is known as moral reason. सत्ता में हिस्सेदारी है लोकतंत्र का मूलाधार, इससे कट जाती है देश में संभावित हिंसा की हद। राजनीति अस्थिर रहती है, पॉलिटिकल इनस्टेबिलिटी खत्म हो जाती है। राजनीति अस्थिर रहती है, एकता का होता संचार, वैमनस्य आपस का युद्ध, राष्ट्र का होता एकाकार। इसमें सारी बातें एकता, भाईचारा, राजनीतिक अस्थिरता, अहिंसा का समाहित किया गया इन सारी चीजों को। सत्ता में भागीदारी के जो भी रूप हैं उसके बारे में मैं आपको बताऊंगा, लेकिन इसके पहले इसके बारे में देखते हैं, पहले एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। Forms of power sharing. Under this topic, we have some points. Separation of power or horizontal distribution of power. Look at now one by one. First, separation of power or horizontal distribution. You know, there are three organs of the government: legislature, executive, and judiciary. And when power is distributed among these three organs of government, this is known as horizontal distribution of power or separation of power. It is done so wisely that none of the organ encroaches the jurisdiction of other organ. On the contrary, each organ acts to check and balance. So there is a well combination and understanding among these three organs, and by virtue of that, the government acts properly. Second one, distribution of power among different levels, especially in the federal system of government, about which we have to study in the next class. And for your knowledge, I like to mention that in our country there is a federal system of government, since the power has been shared, distributed at different levels among the central government, the provincial government, and even the smaller units, either on panchayat levels or parishad levels. So such distribution is known as distribution of power among different levels. Third one, distribution of power among different social divisions. There are many kinds of divisions in different countries. In India, we have SC, ST, backward classes, etc. As far as SC and ST are concerned, we have reserved constituencies at central level and also at the state level. Why is this so? Why are some constituencies reserved? To provide some sects, some social divisions which are really backward in education, economy. They are not in the mainstream of the nation. So, for their promotion, reservations or the provision of reservation has been made by our ancestors. This is an example of distribution of power among different social divisions. Even for Anglo-Indians, some seats are reserved. And earlier in Belgium, we have seen that there are community governments. What for? For sharing power among different divisions. For Dutch speaking, for French speaking, for German speaking. These kinds of community governments provide or help in maintaining peace and harmony, and they are meant to satisfy different sects. For distribution of power among different pressure groups. This time, when the government is involved in facing the problem caused by corona, some statements are made by the opposition, maybe the Congress, the RJD, or any other party. This is a kind of pressure, and such parties are pressure groups, and it is possible for such parties to form their government later on. So the present acting government is afraid, and this government respects some of the feelings and demands of the opposition. Moreover, there are other institutions of the farmers, of the players, of the social activists, and their representatives are also included in different kinds of committee, and in meeting they put forward their demands before the government, they pressurize the government, and they succeed in fulfilling the demands for their selves. So this is a kind of pressure groups. Now, there are some terms. First, community government. You can explain the form of government in which power is shared among different social groups or social divisions is known as community government. Once again, the form of government in which power is shared among different social groups existing in the country is called community government. Example, Belgium, and for India, you can put forward the example of the reservations for SC and ST. Coalition government, when a single party fails to form the government because of lacking majority, then two or more parties come together and form a government. This kind of government is called coalition government. Even this time, in our country, there is coalition government. Not only at the central level, but also at the state level. The state level, we have a coalition between the ZU and the BJP. In spite of being in majority, the BJP has included some other parties in the government. So this is also a kind of coalition government. Next, federal government. The type of government in which power is shared at least between two levels, central and state, is known as federal government. And one more remarkable thing is that in this type of government, not only the central government but also the state government is independent. It means there are some subjects set for the central government and for the state government, and there is no chance for either the government to interfere in others matter or jurisdiction. This is known as federal type of government in India, or we are exercising this type of government. And the separation of power already discussed. When power is distributed, power is shared among the three different organs of the government. This is known as separation of power. Any problem?
हेलो सर, आपने पिछला टॉपिक जो बताया ना, वो स्टूडेंट सुन नहीं पाए, वीडियो पॉज हो गया था उस वजह से। कौन सा टॉपिक? एक मैं किसी को अनम्यूट करता हूँ। किसको करूँ? रेज हैंड करो। तो किसको अनम्यूट करूँ मैं? कौन बताएगा कौन सा टॉपिक? सैली वर्मन, बताओ।
फॉर्म्स ऑफ पावर शेयरिंग।
फॉर्म्स ऑफ
पावर शेयरिंग।
फॉर्म्स ऑफ पावर शेयरिंग जब आप बता रहे थे तो वीडियो पॉज हो गया था।
On the board, we have separation of power or horizontal distribution when power is shared among different levels or different organs. Sorry, not levels, organs of the government. I mean, among judiciary, legislature, executive, and judiciary. This is known as separation of power or horizontal distribution. Second, distribution of power among different levels means when power is shared between the central government and the state government, maybe among when there are local self-governments, and such types of governments are existing in our country. So we can say when power is shared among different tiers, among different levels of government, namely central government, state government, and local self-governments, this is known as distribution of power among different levels, distribution of power among different social divisions. As we have studied in Belgium, and even in India, we have reservation for SC and ST, so that they may represent boldly and they may put forward their demand or the demand for their caste. This is known as distribution of power among different social divisions. Now, distribution of power among different pressure groups. There are different kinds of groups, even parties. They make pressure, and there are some organizations for teachers, for professors, for farmers, for traders, and they are included in the committees formed by the government, so that they may put forward their demand for the welfare of the society. Distribution of power among different pressure groups.
फर्स्ट पॉइंट को फिर से एक्सप्लेन करने का है।
Separation of power or horizontal distribution. Power distribution among legislature, executive, and judiciary is known as separation of power or horizontal distribution of power. कार्यपालिका और न्यायपालिका के बीच, ये जो सरकार के तीन अंग हैं, इनके बीच जो सत्ता की हिस्सेदारी होती है, इसे हम सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर के नाम से जानते हैं।
आशीष कुमार is asking what is pressure group?
प्रेशर
Group.
ग्रुप विभिन्न राजनीतिक दल जो अभी विपक्ष में, या फिर विभिन्न प्रकार के संगठन, चाहे वो किसान के हो, कर्मचारियों के हो, आयु के हो, उनके द्वारा समय समय पर सरकार पर दबाव बनाया जाता है, मांग रखी जाती है। इसके चीजों को विभिन्न समितियों में रखा जाता है, सरकार द्वारा गठित समितियों में, जहां वे अपने हित की बात करते हैं, अपनी मांग रखते हैं और समितियों के द्वारा ये मांग सरकार के सामने जाती है और सरकार ये मांगों पर विचार करती है। तो इस प्रकार के जो संगठन है, जो राजनीतिक दल है, जो विपक्ष में रहते हैं, वे प्रेशर ग्रुप के नाम से जाने जाते हैं, दबाव समूह के रूप में जाने जाते हैं। लोकतंत्र में उनकी भी बहुत बड़ी महत्ता है।
किसी को कोई डाउट भी है यहाँ पे, यहाँ तक? रेज योर हैंड, को अनम्यूट किया जाएगा।
अगर सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर आपको समझ में नहीं आया, फिर से आपका दिमाग खोलने के लिए मैं बताता हूं। सत्ता में भागीदारी के भरे पड़े हैं रूप में क्षैतिज वितरण 3 अंग में विविध नमूनों में है। क्षैतिज वितरण, इस हॉरिजॉन्टल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, क्षैतिज वितरण विविध रूपों में भरे पड़े हैं रूप में क्षैतिज वितरण 3 अंग में विविध नमूनों में है। होता क्या इसमें? नियम एक बनाता दूजा लागू करता बुद्धि विवेक। नियम एक बनाता दूजा लागू करता बुद्धि विवेक और तीजा न्याय तराजू लेकर सच्चा झूठा करता चेक। कानून बनाने वाला विधायिका, बुद्धि विवेक के साथ लागू करने वाला अंग कार्यपालिका और तराजू पर तौलने वाला सही है गलत है ये न्यायपालिका। आगे आइए, 3 स्तर पर बढ़ती सत्ता, खास करके भारत के संदर्भ में 3 स्तर पर बढ़ती सत्ता, संघ, प्रांत और लघु निकाय, सेंट्रल, प्रोविंशियल एंड लोकल से। गांव शहर की मिटे समस्या मिलकर करते सभी उपाय। छूट न जाए दौर में पीछे, हर समूह का हो उद्धार। डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ पावर में डिफरेंट सोशल डिविजन्स, इसमें कोई भी एथनिक ग्रुप पीछे न रह जाए, इसके लिए छूट न जाए दौर में पीछे, हर समूह का हो उद्धार। दलित दमित पिछड़े भाई का कभी न हो पाए अपकार। आरक्षण का लक्ष्य यही है, बनती कम्युनिटी सरकार। लोग उदाहरण बेल्जियम का सपने करता ऐसा। चौथा में आ जाइए, कृषक, व्यापारी और खिलाड़ी जैसों को मिलता स्थान, प्रेशर ग्रुप बनाते पार्टी, यही लोकतंत्र की है जान। That's all for today. Now you have bring some assigned names. Please note down.
उधर फॉलोअर्स ना हो
वीडियो नहीं जा रहा है क्या आप लोगों का?
नहीं भैया, बार बार
पाउज हो रहा है। ठीक है, पाउज है। सर को क्लिक करके भेज दीजिए ग्रुप पे।
अभी भी पाउज है।
क्वेश्चन को क्लिक करके ठीक है, भेज दीजिए। अब ठीक है।
नहीं दिख रहा है।
कहाँ लोग?
The first question is relating Panchayat. India is a country of villages. Most of the Indians live in villages, and where panchayats have been formed to solve different kinds of problems. In this contest, you have to answer this question. You have to answer this question in the context of panchayat, local self-government, etc. That's all. Thank you very much.
The class is over now.